Hello, everyone. On behalf of Atlanta Federation of Musicians, Local 148462, I'm proud to be joined by three very special guests today. Especially this past year, our teachers have played a vital role in keeping our youth connected and engaged during one of the biggest crises in our lifetime. Nominated by her peers, violist and local member Meghan Yost has been selected as this year's recipient of the Educator Award for exemplifying music education excellence through her work with school and community programs throughout Metro Atlanta. Proud to present her this award, we are also joined by local Executive Board President Bruce Kinney, as well as Executive Board Director Avril Taylor. Bruce, I'll toss it over to you to talk a little bit about what this award means.
Hi, everybody. The local executive board, with our organizing task force, chose to create the annual Educator Award to help promote and celebrate the presence of fine union musician educators in our community. This is actually our second annual award. We began last year honoring bassist Tim Oakwen upon his retirement from leading the orchestra program at Northview High School. But the idea is not just to celebrate the culmination of a great career. Some of our finest, most energetic, most dedicated teaching artists are those whose future is being written even as they help grow the next generation. Meghan Yost, as an active violist and passionate teacher, truly exemplifies this concept. Avril, maybe you could tell us about your experience working with Meghan.
Certainly. Well, I've had the pleasure of seeing Meghan teach through the Atlanta Music Project during the 6 years that I've known Meghan. And she's done an outstanding job instilling the highest standards in her students. And I've also observed her teach a wide age range of students from kindergarten through 12th grade. And I've had the opportunity to observe her teaching in different settings like group lessons, private lessons, and even virtual classes and virtual group lessons as well. And then in addition to all of these things and excelling in all of those capacities, I know that Meghan seeks professional development and ways to increase her effectiveness as an educator. And so one example of that is her participation in the Play USA sponsored by Carnegie Hall experience. And so I think because of a mixture of these ingredients, she's an outstanding educator. And I'm glad to have been able to observe these things.
And our local is very glad to be able to honor you, Meghan. I know you've worked with us at the local office with the Music Performance Trust Fund, organizing some educational programs in schools. So all of us here at the local office are proud to be able to give you this honor this year.
Thank you so much. I would just like to say I am so touched and honored. When you called me, Brian, with this news, I could have just fallen over in surprise. I was so blown away and just moved to be honored in this way. And I think most of the time when you are teaching, or at least for myself personally, I'm so deeply focused in the work that I'm doing and pouring myself into my students and envisioning their future, what I see for them, how I want this to be a better world for them to grow up into, and how I want to give them tools, not only musical tools, but I want them to be hard workers. I want them to be not easily discouraged. I want them to know that they can push through challenges and seek something really wonderful for themselves in life. So I'm always amazed by my students and the things that they bring to the table. Actually, speaking of Atlanta Music Project, this school year I had an amazing group class of elementary school string players who were so determined and so feisty as they learned new skills. Just nothing could discourage them. They were always so eager to demonstrate and outplay one another and kind of just strive for that new level. And it is so inspiring to me to see that. I'm really of the school of teaching that I'm very passionate about my own work performing And I'm also, I care so much about passing that love on to my students. And I really think the two have to feed in together. So for me, I owe it to my students to invest in myself as a player, to demonstrate the highest level of musicianship that I personally can. And I hope that by doing that, aside from my words and the things I say to them and show them, I hope that they hear a level of music making that will inspire them and make them want to achieve personally on their instrument. Um, yeah, so between my work with Atlanta Music Project, I'm also a teacher at the Waldorf School of Atlanta in Decatur. And this past school year was my first year on faculty at Clayton State University as their viola professor. So I'm very fortunate to have lots of opportunities around the city to teach a variety of age levels. And they give me life, they make me happy. And at the end of every day of teaching, I'm exhausted, but they also give me energy and make me want to continue this work.
Well, Megan, our local is honored to have members such as yourself who are committed to not just music education, but making music education a connection point and a community building tool, throughout Atlanta and throughout Georgia. So not only do we appreciate you, but we appreciate all the music educators out there, especially during this difficult time. And we look forward to seeing what your future has in store for the local. So thanks again, and we're honored to be able to honor you today.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Meghan.